It's time for our first event of the Sunoco K&N Pro East Series, as we are here at Music City Motorplex, the half mile, 6/10 of a mile in Nashville, Tennessee, for the Dollar General 150. On the pole today at 119.472 miles an hour is the number 65 Pontiac of Corey Moore, and on the outside will be the number 9 Taco Bell Lumina of Ryan Acosta. Row number 2 will be Mike Doobie, the number 59 FDB Brakes Ford, and on the outside will be Samantha Rice in the number 53 Pontiac. Row number 3 will be Ricky Hawk in the number 46 Valvoline Chevrolet, and on the outside will be Zohar Mahmoud in the Splitfire Spark Plugs number 23 Olds. Row number 4 will be Joe Davis in the number 11 Skull Lumina, and on the outside will be Hillary Moore in the number 64 Pontiac. And in row number 5 will be Red Bell in the Coors Extra Gold Olds number 51, and Eric Caudle in the All-Pro Auto Parts number 35 Pontiac Grand Prix. Row 6 will be Gabrielle Navarrete and Shane Atkins in the 02. Row number 7 will be Stephen Harder and Trevor Reinhardt in the 03. Row number 8 will be Josh Davis in the number 36 and Hayden Klein in the number 15. Row number 9 will be Chase Armstrong and Justin Johnson. And in row 10 will be Jake Smith and Christian Johns. Row 11 will be Bo Lambert in the number 31 and Lorden Razor. Neil Ward and Sam Mincy will make row number 12. Tony Griggs and Billy Wheeler will make row 13. Todd Butler and Kim Alderman Armstrong row 16, and rounding out the field will be Chris Warner in the 58 and Samet Ozkan in the number 2.
Drivers, start your engines!
As we are ready to go, 23 laps right here at the Music City Motorplex, the first ever Sunoco K&N Pro Series event. We have a few racers here that are actually running in the K&N Pro Series, including Hayden Klein and Mike Doobie and Ryan Acosta, and a lot of new faces, including Trevor Reinhardt, Zohar Mahmoud, and Red Bell from the DNB Racing team, and the D standing for Trent Dunham, the M is Zohar Mahmoud, and the B is Red Bell. As they come out of turns number 3 and 4, green flag flies. The first ever K&N Pro Series East event will go on, with Corey Moore getting a jump on Ryan Acosta. Mike Doobie goes up into the number 2 spot, battling with Ryan Acosta to go up the rankings. Doobie goes to number 2. They start to put on the binders going into turns number 3 and 4. Heading down the front straightaway, the first lap will be led ever by Corey Moore. Mike Doobie will be second. There is the number 46 of Ricky Hawk, followed by Joe Davis, who's passing Ryan Acosta. There's Red Bell as well, the number 51 Coors Extra Gold Olds. A little bit of a tight racing going on here with the number 53, and we're yellow. It looks like it could happen with this group, including Kim Alderman Armstrong. No, it was not. Could have been right here with Eric Caudle. Yeah, it looks like we had a 3 abreast racing here. Gabrielle Navarrete, the 02 of Shane Atkins, and Eric Caudle in the All-Pro Auto Parts Pontiac. They got a little bit of a chain reaction bump, and that's what put them both into the wall. Goes right into Trevor Reinhardt, and that's what happened actually. It was Atkins going into Trevor Reinhardt that went into also the number 73 of Jake Smith, and they all spin. Actually, Trevor kind of spins it, and there's also the number 85 of Chase Armstrong getting involved there. And Trevor Reinhardt, not a very good way to start off his season. That actually was chain reaction thanks to the number 02 of Shane Atkins, who took Trevor Reinhardt also out as well. So that's what happens, spinning right across the stripe. So that's what happened. There's a little bit of another touch. Now, what happened here with... Now, Tony Griggs also got spun thanks to Trevor. Actually, Tony Griggs got a little bit of a hit from the number 66 Banquet Foods Lumina of Christian Johns. Went right hard into him and to the number 49 of Todd Butler. And that's where it all came about there. Todd Butler got a little bit of a brushings there too. So that's actually what came about with a little bit of a wild spin-up job there. And then they were bumping up over here, not knowing what was going on. But that was bizarre. Wayne, the number 59 Pontiac, got a little bit of a tap from the rear. Chris Warner, thanks to Atkins, Shane Atkins. So right now, here's where we stand. Right now we stand as followed. Currently our leader is still Corey Moore. Mike Doobie's in second. Ricky Hawk is third. Joe Davis is fourth. And Red Bell rounds out the top five. Then it will be Samantha Rice, Ryan Acosta, Hillary Moore, Zohar Manud, and rounding out the top 10 will be Stephen Harder. The 11th to 20th will be the number 36 of Josh Davis, 20 of Gabrielle Navarrete, Bo Lambert, Chase Armstrong, the number 35 of Eric Caudle, the 15 of Hayden Klein, followed by the 31 of Justin Johnson, the 80 of Neil Ward, Jake Smith, and rounding at the top 20 will be Trevor Reinhardt, and then from 21 on down will be Sam Mincy, Lauren Razor, Shane Atkins, Tony Griggs, Billy Wheeler, Christian Johns, 49 of Todd Butler, Samat Ozkan, the 58 of Chris Warner, and rounding at the field, the number 93 of Kim Alderman Armstrong will tail the field, as you can see. We'll be back to green flag racing. It will be lap number 8 of 23 for Corey Moore. We still got a long way to go. We're not even at the halfway point. Corey Moore leads over Mike Dewey, who won in the Sunoco Busch Series last season. Now running here in Sunoco K&N Pro East, the New Hampshire native, the Maine native. And there is Ricky Hawk right there. Tried to make a little peek down to the inside, but no room. Ricky Hawk drops back a little bit, and you see Joe Davis right there, the number 11 Skull Lumina, and Red Bell, Samantha Rice, Ryan Acosta, Hillary Moore, and rounding out there you have the number 16 of Stephen Harder, and dropping back Zohar Mana, dropping back a little bit. You saw getting passed by the number 20 of Gabrielle Navarrete. There's a little bit of a battle. Here comes Chase Armstrong. As of lap number 11 of 23. Also moving the inside, here comes Hayden Klein with the help of the number 31 of Justin Johnson. Hayden also running here in the Sunoco K&N Pro Series, after he ran in the Busch Series last season. Justin Johnson right there. Eric Caudle right behind the number 36 of Josh Davis. Dropping back, as you see also the number 61 of Bo Lambert moving up the field. Jake Smith, Trevor Reinhardt, Sam Mincy. They spot positions all the while. still, your leader commanding right now is Corey Moore. As he has 10 laps to go actually. This time by it'll be 9, and he's actually extending his lead. He is now up to a half a second lead. Extend that a little bit. More than a half a second. More than 3/4 of a second ahead of Ricky Hawk, and more than a second over Joe Davis. So they've all single filed out one by one. Dominant car really holding his own. Red Bell right there. She's making her first appearance in the Racing Sunoco series. Red Bell has a chance to make a move on Joe Davis, but has not done it. Right now the top 10 is trailed by Gabrielle Navarrete in the Glad Olds. The tail right now is Shane Atkins, who just has not had a very good day. Obviously being the trigger of the only yellow so far. Still got a long ways to go. This time by it'll be 5 laps to go for Corey Moore. He's starting to extend his lead a little more over Mike Doobie. Still about a 53/100th of a second lead over the FTB Brakes Ford. Four laps to go. The gap closed just a touch. Now it's 52 Han separating first and second, and almost a minute of almost a second separating them from Ricky Hawk. Still, we got 3 laps to go for Corey Moore, who's right now just had the clear, honest to goodness, dominant car. 2 laps to go for Corey Moore. Goes in nicely through turns 1 and 2. You see, look at the distance between the first and second right there. As they come into turns number 3 and 4. White flag, 1 more lap to go for Corey Moore. It's looking like going to be a wire-to-wire job for the number 65 Jasper Engines Pontiac. Mike Doobie has not enough room to catch him. So, coming out of turn 3 and 4, checker flag getting set to fly. The winner of the Dollar General 150 is Corey Moore. Second spot will go to Mike Doobie. Third spot will go to Ricky Hawk. Fourth spot will go to Joe Davis. And rounding at the top 5 will be Red Belly. Very good showing for her. Then it'll be Samantha Rice, Ryan Acosta, Hillary Moore, Stephen Harder, and the number 20 of Gabrielle Navarrete. And then it will be Zohar Manoud, Chase Armstrong, Hayden Klein, Justin Johnson, Neil Ward, Bo Lambert, Jake Smith, Sam Mincy, Lauren Razor, your top 20. Then following them will be Tony Griggs, Billy Wheeler, Josh Davis, Trevor Reinhardt, Christian Johns, Todd Butler, Samet Ozkan, the number 93 of Kim Alderman Armstrong, and rounding out the field in 29th and 30th will be Chris Warner and the 02 of Shane Atkins. So that's our finishing order here at Music City. And your winner, first ever event for the K&N Pro E-Series, is Corey Moore. Ekes out a win. That's an understatement. He had a dominant car going wire to wire. Take the victory in our first ever event for these guys. They're going to have a variety of events from little bullrings to road courses. And looking at the points, it'll be Corey Moore leading, Mike Doobie's in second. Then it's Ricky Hawk, Joe Davis, Red Bell, your top 10. Samantha Rice, Ryan Acosta, Hillary Moore, Stephen Harder, And Gabrielle Navarrete, your top 10. Then Zohar Mahmoud, Chase Armstrong, Hayden Klein, Josh Johnson, Justin Johnson, excuse me, Neil Ward, Bo Lambert, Eric Caudle, Jake Smith, Sam Mincy, and Lauren Razor, your top 20. And rounding out the rest of the field will be Tony Griggs, Billy Wheeler, Josh Davis, Trevor Reinhardt, Christian Johns, Todd Butler, Samet Ozkan, Kim Alderman Armstrong, Chris Warner, and Shane Atkins rounding out the field. So the next race for the K&N Pro East Series will be the Capital One 150 at South Boston. 4/10 mile Bullring action continues.